What up?
What up, everybody? Welcome back to the Regal podcast. My name is Gotti. I will be your moderator for this evening. We got a good one for y'all tonight. We're going to recap the NFC showdown between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Los Angeles Rams. But before we do, we're going to go ahead and introduce the rest of our panel. Take it away, people.
You already know what it is. It's your big boy, Sir Duke, a.k.a. Dukester, a.k.a. the Duke Meister. What it is, people, what it is, what it ain't.
It's your boy Sal from Tampa by way of Philly. Out here representing them Eagles. What it do, baby?
What it is.
What's
Either
up?
or.
What's up? TJ from South Click, South Carolina.
All right.
What's going on, y'all? What the problem is? Y'all know who it is. It's your boy Mitch. It's your boy Mitch. We on here doing it, baby. One more week on the show. We coming live to your homes, baby. Get
That's
ready
right.
for
Live, baby, live.
Yes,
Just to let
sir.
y'all know, we represent from all over. I'm in Delaware. We got people in, where you at right now, Duke? New York?
Yeah, I'm up in New York, Rochester right now.
New York, we got Florida, we got North Carolina, we got Pennsylvania, so we all over the place. All right. So we're gonna start off with the the predictions. The predictions from last week.
Yeah.
I predicted 30-20 Birds. Man, Saquon killed me, man. He had to score that last touchdown.
I'd rather him kill you.
Yeah.
That was a good kill. That was a good kill. It was a good kill.
All right, so we had Dookie and TJ at 27-14 Birds. Meech at 27-24 Birds. Sal at 21-17. Everybody's a winner, but you know, the closest to me is the best. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and take that. All right, we got something new. We got something a little different. We're gonna add to the segment today. We got, if you've seen the game yesterday, you absolutely know
sir.
Saquon Barkley has earned his own special spot in the segment today. So we're gonna go ahead and do that. And if you're familiar with the show Wildin' Out, they have a segment called I think it's called How Fly, or I don't know exactly how the segment goes.
Yeah.
So this right here is kind of paying homage to that part of Wildin' Out. So this is called Saquon is SoFi. If you don't know, that's the name of
What up, Gina?
Shop at SoFi yesterday. So we're gonna let y'all know how fine our man Saquon Barkley was. So who's starting off? Go ahead, dude.
No problem. Kick it away. You gonna say it?
You say it.
Oh, that is on me. Saquon Barkley is so fine.
How fine
is he?
He don't have to run for first downs. He just runs for 72 yards twice.
That works for me, baby. Take it away, Sal.
My man Saquon, he is so far.
How fine is he?
He is an all-time single game Eagles leading rusher, baby.
Yeah. 2 sticks.
Yo. My man Saquon Barkley is so fine.
How fine is he?
He had more touchdowns and rushing yards than the Giants had in total yards the entire game.
Boom.
Boom.
My man Saquon Barkley is so fine.
How
fine
is
is he?
The yardage that he got from 2 rushing touchdowns was more rushing yards than the whole Rams team combined. Boom.
My man Saquon Barkley is so fine.
How
fine is he?
Man, he got a smile out of Jalen Hurts.
And that's hard to do. That is hard to do. My man don't smile for nobody.
Not at all.
Especially with the uniform on. You can catch him in the interview.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Maybe around some kids are smiling or something like that. But when he got that uniform on, he is all about the business.
Yes, sir.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's kick this thing off. All right. Is this the new Nick? Nick kicked the field goal inside the 10-yard line. It looked like he called some good plays yesterday. He's out there throwing a challenge flag, getting in his coach's butt for not hustling. Hey, I know Meach. I ain't asking for retention. I'm not asking for retention. I'm just asking, is he reformed? Is he reformed? Matter of fact, we're gonna let go ahead and start it off, Meach. We're gonna let you get started off. I know some sparks.
Is this really a question? Do you have this written down in your notepad? Do you have this written down in your notepad? You know, y'all remember the days.
I ain't asking about retention.
Hey, y'all remember the days when you had them soldiers coming out talking about some my old man, my old lady done jumped on me, and you doing everything you can to get them out of that relationship, and then you see them at the company party, they all hugged up again. You be like, come on now. That's what some people are going through with the Eagles, man. Hey, this is not the new Nick. Nick, this is job retention for Nick by going and letting Kellen them do the play calling. That's all it is. Because Nick wants to be Nick. That's all it is. That's all it is. So yeah, he kicking inside the 10-yard line because Kellen Moore told him to, and probably some fan in the stands told him to do it this time, and he held him up to the challenge. That's it. That's all it is. This ain't no new Nick. This is the old Nick. This is the old Nick. Go ahead, man.
All right, Dookie Sal.
Nick need to go.
Dookie Sal and TJ.
So I don't think.
Yeah.
I mean, is it the new Nick? No, this is still the old Nick. I don't think he called that. I think he's finally starting to humble himself and let other people make those decisions to keep his ass out of hot water. That's all he's doing. He is doing nothing more right now than just making sure that he's not the one to blame on that call if it goes bad.
Yeah.
And so he can just divert it. Well, I didn't make the call, so they can't say it's on me. That's right. All he got that Captain America shield up and was like, nope, deflect everything. It ain't coming to me. Send it to Kellen. Send it to Kellen. I know it ain't my fault. Nope. Ain't that what it's still the shot said? It ain't my fault.
Hey.
That ain't him. Yeah, it's the same one, Nick. He just didn't do it.
Yeah, I agree with you 100% on that. I think it's just, Jeff Lurie probably had his foot on his neck, like, hey, shit getting out of hand with these not calling them field goals, not getting no points. So I think Nick started listening to the fans. He started listening to everybody. Stop getting in his own head. He like, hey, my job might be on the line. I gotta start listening to these people who control my destiny. So I'm gonna go ahead and start kicking these field goals and let Jake make him do what he's known for.
I mean, but shout out to Elliott because he definitely rebounded last night.
100%.
Yes, because when that first field goal, I was like, oh, okay, good. So yeah.
I'm just letting y'all know right now, we got an imposter. Hey, I'm telling you right now, Ves's dude was talking a whole bunch of noise prior to the game.
And I still will too.
I don't know why.
As you should.
You won't.
I don't know
I don't
why.
hear you.
I
don't hear you.
I still will too.
I don't hear.
So, do I think it's a new Nick? I don't think it's a new Nick that's going to be sustained. I did see a difference yesterday in his involvement in his decision making. Like I said, is it going to be sustainable? Is he going to be like that from the games forward to come? I don't know, but hopefully we're in a position where, hey, what you eating, Doogie?
Who, me?
Yeah.
Yeah, what you cutting up over there?
Some ram chops.
Oh,
ram chops. Yeah.
Hey, do it. Ask me some.
Hey, put a little seasoning on, a little basil. You know what I mean?
You didn't tell us Jeff was a chef.
No, man. Hey, I had this joke of slow cooking. It was done on the third quarter. That's right.
Hey, make sure you say Saquon a damn Christmas gift.
We gave Mr. a shout out.
We know who ain't getting no gift.
That's all right. That's all right. We can still win our division. We still gonna be in there.
Okay.
All right.
Keep
So
going, guys. We ain't got time to listen to that, man.
Let's stop it. Hey, so we already the pregame we talked about Jalen Hurts targeting. Of course, his targets AJ Brown number one, and what was his backup now that Smitty was out. But it looks like to me that he's only looking for AJ Brown in those high percentage passes. All right, down the field, depending on the situation. I think he did throw that one in the end zone to what's his name? Timberly, Johnny Wilson.
Johnny Wilson. Mm-hmm.
Johnny Wilson. Which
Butterfingers.
Anybody else would probably thought AJ Brown was getting the ball in that situation. So that is one high percentage pass that didn't go to him. But it seems like AJ Brown is only getting those looks for high percentage passes. Is it AJ? I mean, is it Jalen targeting AJ? Are these other guys not getting open? Does he not have the confidence in these other receivers? What do you guys think is going on with that?
And he's the one that's catching them.
So what?
He's the one that's catching them.
Yeah, got a point.
I'm gonna say D, man. I'm gonna say D, all of the above, because he's the number one receiver for a reason, and you build that. You know, repetitions that you do, first team reps in practice and all that stuff, and just the cohesion that he has with AJ. You do find your confidence with one or guys. I mean, there's been games where, you know, Hurts has passed the ball to 7, 8, 9 different receivers. You know what I mean? So it's not just, I think that it's good, you know, to be able to pass around, but I think it's good to be able to have that confidence in him as well, to be able to pass in those balls in those high and tight situations to where, you know, you can count on him to catch the ball and score the points or whatever you're going to do that first down. That repetition together, that cohesion, that's critical.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I'm with Ogo. No, go ahead, Sal.
I'm gonna go ahead and caveat with Meach right there. You know, I think that AJ is his go-to guy. That's his go-to guy, and he knows that in them high clutch situations like that, AJ is more than likely gonna come down with the ball in those situations like that. So his confidence in AJ is that high that, I mean, he's going to, even when AJ is not open, he's open. We know that. When AJ is not open, he's open. So he is so comfortable with tossing that ball to AJ in those situations that he's going to look for AJ first, because that's his number one receiver.
True. But I mean, I'm with y'all, and I agree with everything y'all saying, but I do feel like Jalen does need to either get he needs to get some more cohesion with his other receivers, because there's going to come a time where AJ's not going to be open. I hate to say that, but then who do you throw it to? And if you don't do it now, but the thing is, hold up. But the thing is, if you don't do it now, you can't start doing it later and think that it's going to work. So you got to get some repetitions in. You know what I'm saying? You got to get some in with these thirds, Kyle Terra and all them boys. Like, you got to get it in with them in some way, shape, or form. Now, let's just say you do it, you know, first and second down, and now you need it. Okay, and then you can go to AJ because you know he's clutch. You know what I'm saying? But like even if it's second and 4, whatever you want to throw to AJ, okay, cool. Or even second and 4, you want to throw to Kyle Terra, cool. But when you need it, yes, you go to your short thing, which is always open.
Have y'all watched Jalen Hurts since college?
Yeah, I watched him when he was in Alabama. I got pissed with him in Alabama. Everything.
So Jalen Hurts got one problem, and he's had the same problem since Alabama. He don't go down his progressions like he's supposed to. Because like you said, if AJ Brown not open, what is he going to do? And what he does is take off and run. I keep telling people, I got a lot of Eagles fans, my mom Eagles fan and everything. I said the only problem with Jalen Hurts is he doesn't know how to go down his progressions. If he doesn't see AJ open, he don't even throw to the tight end anymore. And I got him on my fantasy. Like, he got all these weapons. It's just like at Alabama. When Dayball told Saban, I can't work with this guy. I need the other guy to come in. And you saw the offense flow because he could not throw. He can't throw. If Jalen couldn't run, what is Jalen doing that's going to get y'all to the Super Bowl? What is he doing?
He's going to throw the
Vikings.
ball.
Throw the ball to who? He's not the great thrower that y'all trying to say that he is.
He beating the Vikings, though. He doing that.
He's going to throw the ball. So yesterday he didn't spread the ball out. If he doesn't throw the ball to AJ Brown, what's he say? Now I got to go in for hands. He's going to throw the ball to Smitty. And if he can't get the ball to Smitty, he will push the ball to Goddard. And I believe Meach brought up that, what game was that? I don't know if it was the Jaguars game or if it was the Bengals game where they spread the ball around and we had like 8 different people catch the ball. Yesterday just wasn't that game. And he did try to spread the ball around. I mean, Johnny Wilson is he is the biggest wide receiver. It really wasn't any reason for him not to be able to catch that ball over that defender, as big as he is. However, he didn't catch it. So you're going to continue to throw the ball to somebody who you know can catch the ball.
Mm.
That's
I mean,
something that
didn't
don't
Dallas Goedert have a game-winning catch a couple games
Yeah,
ago?
he did, man. That's why you don't pick up these people, man, these add-ons and let them talk for too long. What you gonna do? Look.
Wilson had a touchdown last week.
In 2023, right? Last
Yesterday
season, we had more passing first downs than we had running first downs. We had more third down completions than all the other teams we had combined. If we're going to get into stats and analytics, yeah, he does have a problem. I agree. I've said it since game one. Holding on to the ball too long, taking unnecessary sacks and all that stuff. We all agree to that. We commit to that. Going through his progressions, he does have that. But however, the chemistry is there. Like I said, there's been multiple games where he's passing to 4, 5, 6, 7 different receivers. AJ Brown was hurt. He passed the ball to somebody. He passed the ball to somebody, so he went through some progression. So I think to be able to sit there and say, he can't do it. Yeah, he is. He does seem a little flustered because I say the same thing. However, you can't just sit here and say, he can't go through no progressions. The guy was in the Super Bowl.
But you just said that though. You can't give a comma. You just said exactly what I just said. I'm not saying
No. I said there are times. I said there are times. I said that there are times. Anybody has times where they don't go through progressions. Now, come on now.
What do you mean, Andy players? From name. So you.
No, I said any player that you'll see, you can say at whatever point in time that they should have saw this, because we have the bird's eye view and we can see different plays and different players that are open, and you can say that they didn't go through it. They should have saw him in this. That's all I'm saying. Everybody's going to do that.
But he gets flustered really, really quick if you take that away from him. And that's the only issue I got with him. That's the only issue I got with him. And I don't
Red Jet knows what's about to happen. Red Jet knows what's about to happen. Red Jet knows what's about to happen. See, what you can't do is get on here and argue with emotions. You can't argue with statistical analysis. And then we arguing with emotions. And I knew from that hat that we was gonna go through this. We was gonna go through this, and we gonna get up here and talk.
What? You're an Eagles fan, and you're gonna fight for your guy. I get it. But like I said, we all see what we see. Like, for example, right? And I'm just not even trying to be funny. Do you think Jalen Hurts is a better quarterback than Matt Stafford? Honestly.
Is Jalen Hurts a better? Overall, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, he's a better quarterback than Matt Stafford.
And what makes him better? Because he can run?
I think
Matt Stafford is a better pocket passer.
And that's who's been winning Super Bowls, right?
True. In the past, yeah, you're right. You're right.
It's not the pass. It's not the pass. It's what's been happening. It's what's been happening in the last Super Bowls. We have not had a quarterback, a running quarterback, or whatever you want to call, win a Super Bowl.
So do you call Mahomes a running quarterback or a quarterback that can run?
Mahomes.
What we gonna call him? What you gonna call him?
Mahomes is different. I don't.
But then silence him. Silent. You see what I'm saying?
Right. But then we all agree that he's different. But in the case of your argument, is he a running QB or not?
He is a running QB. Mahomes is a running quarterback.
Absolutely.
Yes.
All right.
Let's move on to the next one.
Don't need to take up the whole segment.
You say is he a running?
Don't need to take up the whole segment.
Mahomes is not running like Lamar Jackson. He's not running like Jalen.
Right. We're not.
He's like, so if you
He's still a running quarterback.
Right.
Just like Allen for the Bills. He's a running quarterback too.
Just like Josh Allen for Buffalo.
So what is Lamar Jackson? Is Lamar Jackson
about to mute y'all? All right, moving on. We can't have this Jalen Hurts take up this whole segment. All right, so moving on to defense. How did the rookie DBs perform against the veteran receivers yesterday?
Oh, come on now.
That goes without saying.
Anybody have any sense?
Hold on, slow roll. So we talked about how those two wide receivers are coming off 100-yard games, and what was the plan to reduce them to either 0 100-yard receivers or just one, and we got it down to just one. So we see Quantanamo Bay gave up his first touchdown in what was his week 12, right? Mm-hmm. Cool. I'm not mad at that at all. But what kind of grades do you guys have for these rookies against these veteran wide receivers? Yeah, TJ, you go first. You need a red pen?
I need
this should be easy.
Yeah.
I would say like a B. I think whoever was guarding Cup, I'll give them a B because Cup was not that big of a deal in the game to me.
So that's an A to me.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know how to pronounce
That's
the
A+.
other. Well, how do you pronounce the other receiver's name?
Nakua.
Puka Nacua?
Right.
Puka Nacua.
Puka Nacua. That kid is just.
Yeah, he's special.
He's special.
Yeah, he's different. He's
He's
a good season. Yeah.
So it was an A, and then it was a B. Whoever was on him, because after a while, I was just like, man, you just doing what you're doing. I do remember somebody stopping I think it was either something on 4th or on 3rd down. But I was like, that dude is just how do you catch that ball? So
Puka Nacua is nice. I feel like though, when he was catching those balls, it's because he was doing a lot of cross patterns. So I mean, he's you're gonna catch those. But it's all in all with both of them. I feel like both of them got an A that game. I would say as much as I would say that Quinion got an A. I would give him an A+, but he got a TD. So I'm gonna dock him one only because he got the TD. But outside of that, hold on, wait a minute. I mean, A+ is exceptional. I mean, A+ is locked down. Right. He got a TD. So you gotta knock him one. I ain't saying he's a bad DB. I'm just saying you gotta take a point away. Yeah,
hey, talk to me, Meech.
He wasn't perfect.
Talk to me, Teach.
Hey, Darrell Revis done gave up a touchdown. He's still, you know what I'm saying? Come on now.
But now you're talking. That's all time. We talking about one game.
One game.
Come on, man. Defensive player of the year. I give him an A+, man. Like I said, you're taking the every league through 12 weeks, their number one receivers and holding them to minimal games. You know what I'm saying? Every other team that they play, they have phenomenal stats. But when they playing against this rookie, Kenyon Mitchell, he's holding them down. He gave up the touchdown at the end, but by that time, I mean, everybody's about to walk off the field anyway. Coop, you know what I mean? Coop was doing his thing. They were getting the yards, and they started to pick on, you know what I mean? Gardner. No, you're talking about Rodgers. They started to pick on Rodgers, and they started doing their thing. They started picking on, but they weren't picking on Kenyon. They weren't pick. They were barely throwing the ball to his side the entire time. I don't care who lined up on his side.
They picked on Slay a lot.
Who was Kenyon sticking though?
Anybody who came to his side. Period.
No, because a lot of the plays, like for example, I give him an A just for the scheme that they had because I saw Cup. First of all, they were double teaming them. I'm not dumb. You can see it. They were double teaming them, and then it was I don't know who it was that was sticking Puka because I don't know if Kenyon. I felt like he was sticking Denard Robinson a little bit more too, because that's our guy that likes to sneak through and actually get a lot of plays when other guys are getting double teamed. So I was trying to figure out. Me and my boys were trying to figure out who he was sticking last night.
I think Rodgers was on him.
Puka.
Oh,
Yeah.
Puka. I thought
Now they was all switching up because that one guy at the end. And I'm talking to the Rams guy, the shortest guy. What's his name? He's super fast. They run like a 4.2, something like that.
Yeah. Tutu Atwell.
Tutu Atwell. So
yeah.
I will say the only time that you saw Kenyon a little, I would say, he gave a little extra space was when he played him, just because of how fast he was. And he respected his speed. So I give him that.
He's a smart kid.
I give him that, but but as a rookie and whatever, he still held it down as you know what I mean, in the DB position, period. Whoever was on it.
Yeah,
no, that was CJ.
Yeah, because the Eagles
you want to take the floor, Sal?
Yeah, I would say, and listen, I mean, at the end of the day, we got these two are rookies. Now we have veterans that got cooked by Cook and Nacua all the time.
Slay.
Veterans get cooked by them all the time.
Slay.
So for these two rookies,
why do you keep Slay around?
We don't know. That's a good question.
I ain't gonna lie.
I
was hoping to see Slay on Cup. I said, put him over there.
Hey, they hit that joker. They hit that joker. That joker woke up. Don't play with matches.
Look, my brother's an Eagles fan.
He woke up from that concussion. Only you can prevent forest fires.
My brother's a straight Eagles fan, and he said he saw Slay sitting down. He said, "Thank God, get his ass off the guy."
Yeah, get his ass off
so
the
do we.
field, man.
Because I can see McVay's like, "Oh yeah, we're gonna get him. They're gonna bring him over there, okay?" And I was just like, "Yeah, Slay looked like he ain't want no more parts."
Yeah.
Hey, real quick. Now, yesterday, Cup had 8 catches for 60 yards. His longest play was 27 yards. So you take that 27-yard play out. The other 7 catches he had was what, 2 yards per catch? And then you got my man Naku over there, 117 yards.
Yeah.
Longest pass play was 29 yards. That one play. Under that, he'd have been both of them been under 100 yards. He'd have been under 100 yards as
Nickel
well.
and diamond, man. Just kept
So
nickel
it's a nickel, and those cross routes is what got in the yards. It wasn't straight
Mhm.
fly routes, whatever. It's them crossing routes to get everybody mixed up. That's how he caught them passes.
Yikes.
But other than that, I'm gonna give these DBs, since they rookies, they both gonna get an A+, regardless of the touchdown situation, because these guys have been burning veteran DBs all season long. And for these 2 rookies, I'm gonna give them A+.
You
know
also
what?
got to factor in.
You know what means. You know what means. I'm sitting back and I'm listening to what y'all saying, and I think I may have put a little bit too much dip on my chip. Okay? I think I may have put a little bit too much dip on the chip.
Yeah.
I'm thinking about it, looking at it. I'm not thinking that, you know. I was looking at the one touchdown, but Sal has a good point. You got these guys as rookies, and they're going up against the vets.
Yeah.
Hey, got it. Hear me out. Hear me out,
we'll give
guys.
it extra
the reason
credit.
why I say this is normally when you have rookies playing, especially in the DB position, right? You normally see a lot of penalties and all of this type of stuff because there's that learning gap that you have. You do not see that with these guys. You didn't see it this game. All the number 1 receivers they guarded, Kenyon Mitchell, you know what I mean? He probably had a couple penalties the entire year. That's another thing that you have to factor in when you're considering grading these guys, man. Defensive Rookie of the Year, Kenyon Mitchell, he did a great job.
So we already knew coming into the game, because it was one of the topics we talked about last week, that these guys, these veterans, Kupp and Nakua, on the field at the same time is going to be a problem, right? They're sneaky, they're small, they know how to pick apart the coverages, but like I said before, they're not going to beat you with the long ball, right? So you said what, 29 and 27 yard pass reception, right? And that's way below the long ball. So it's just these guys are veterans. You got some rookies out there. They're not making those mistakes. They're keeping those guys in front of them, not getting burnt. So I give them an A. I give almost the whole secondary an A, even though Slay was shooting stars.
Yeah, but y'all not
for the
giving
most
y'all
part, the
the
other side of the ball, they did a pretty good job. Like you said, Quinyon, he gave him a touchdown. I'm not mad at all. What he did from the beginning of the year to now makes up for that one touchdown that he gave up.
Y'all D line did good too now. Like when you have a good D line that pressures, it makes your being in the corner a lot easier. And y'all line got the raw line. Like in the beginning of the game, I will say I've never in my life seen 2 offensive lines get manhandled the way they was. But they were balling early. Like when I saw Verse push y'all guy over.
Yeah.
And then I saw.
I was like,
shocked.
Hey, look, first of all, Vince, you ain't have to bring that up on this platform, okay?
No. I'm being fair because one of our guys got ran over, and I'm just like, good Lord. Like,
well, yeah, one of them got a nice old stiff arm, too.
It was
that being said, all right, so we talked a little bit about Jalen Hurts, but how do you guys rate his pocket presence? I know you got that sack in the first half. It seemed like we couldn't get a lot of good pass coverage at first in the first part of the game. Like I say, I've always been saying, it seems like we come out flat in the first half.
Yeah.
Didn't give up a sack. I don't think so in the second half. Start throwing the ball away, start making completed passes, tuck the ball away and ran, got the first down. So how do you guys grade Hurts' pocket presence throughout the game?
Who up first?
I'll go ahead and go first. I think like I just said, first half, adjustment to the Rams. The offensive line had to make some adjustments. Like I said, I think Fisk and Verse, they was giving us some. Is that definitely Verse? I think number 8. They was giving us some problems in the beginning. having our guys get some penalties called against them or whatever. But in the second half, as far as the run blocking was, I don't even have to mention the run blocking. But I think some of his pocket presence is predicated on what the line is doing. So, but he did do a good job getting out of the pocket when it was time. After the game progressed, throwing the ball away and making the defense miss.
Yeah.
Go ahead, TJ.
I agree. I think it is frustrating that they do play so flat in the first half. Yeah, but I do feel like in the second half they came out. I mean, they've been tended to come out and answer immediately. They answer immediately, and he just seems so much more poised and confident when they come back out. I don't know what happens when they go in the locker room for halftime. He makes quicker decisions, and he does use his feet, but still throw. He uses his feet, but he still throws the ball. Like I've noticed that he'll move. He doesn't just continue to back up. They drive me crazy. He'll move forward and still, get the ball off. So he's
meet Sal and Dookie.
Hey, so I believe that, man, it's a lot of different parts to Hurts' pocket presence that he's improving on. I think that $250 million, $250 million contract, there comes an insurance bid along with that as a quarterback for a franchise. Meaning, what I mean by that is they don't want to see you out there running and using your legs as much. So you have to develop more of a pocket presence. Once you're doing that, you're getting that kind of money. And I think that being able to rely on our running game also gives him some type of assurance or insurance so he doesn't have to use his legs. And this was one of the first games where he has been getting the ball out and taking less sacks, throwing the ball away, like TJ said, making some more smarter plays versus just running around 17 yards in the backfield, taking a sack, looking foolish, changing shoes, one 4 on, 1 11 on, Jordan 11, 1 Jordan 4 on, looking crazy, shoes coming all off, cleats getting knocked off because you know what I'm saying. We get tired of seeing that. But his pocket presence is maturing and is developing. But that comes with a running quarterback, like the Rams guy said. Once you have a running quarterback, they generally tend to hold on to the ball a tad bit longer because they do feel like they are able to use their legs to get them out of situations. Versus pure pocket presence, your Peyton Mannings, your Tom Brady's, they're not running, so they're able to make those quicker decisions in the pockets and get the ball out of there. So it's improving.
I would say everybody been hitting on the head. Jalen's over the years has his pocket presence has been getting better and better every season. First year, he's a scrambling quarterback. He just if he can't find one person open, he's looking to run the ball. Well, now he's taking the time to a little bit. Now he is throwing the ball away better than he used to. Before he would take them 17-yard sacks, and we can't have that. So he is starting to throw the ball away when he needs to throw it away, and he is. I think his pocket presence is getting much better. Now said, if he needs to run, he can run. He will run if he thinks he needs to run to get that first down. What you see yesterday, every time he ran the ball, pretty much it was a first down. It was a first down run. So he is doing that when his receiver's not open. But that helps also when you got an O-line like we got. Our O-line is awesome. You know what I'm saying? And he can sit back and sometimes afford to hold that ball a little bit longer because he knows what kind of O-line we have. But as far as all in all, his pocket presence is getting better and better every week to me. So I think he's doing great. What you got, Duke?
I agree, but I also feel like being is that it's week, we're 12 weeks into the season. A lot of the things that he does in the first half, a lot of that stuff should have been corrected prior to now. You know what I'm saying? So is he getting better? Yes, he's getting better. But I don't know why it takes him the whole first half to start making adjustments. So you come out in the second half and make the adjustment that should have been made in the second quarter. So, he's throwing the ball away a whole lot more than what he did at the beginning of the season, and that's good. That's why I say he's actually getting better. But a lot of these things should have been corrected either on the offseason because he did that same thing last year. Now, to me, what Michi was saying as far as him being a running quarterback, he's exactly right. Running quarterbacks are going to tend to hold the ball because they know that I have a way out. I have a way out. I can just run it. So I'm just going to hold a little bit longer outside of pocket passers like the Tom Brady's and, things of that nature. They'll sit back and they'll make a quick read. They'll go through the progressions way faster than a running quarterback will, because guess what? the last resort is just to take off. So in those situations, yes, he's getting better, but I feel like a lot of the things that's going on with him right now should have been addressed a lot sooner than week 12. So that's just me.
Do you think him holding the ball is a tribute to the receivers not getting open, or does he not know how to go through his progressions?
I feel like it's play design at this point, because if you're calling plays that take a minute for it to develop, either you have to hold on to the ball longer, or you're not going through progressions fast enough to get to that second option, that third option. So I feel like Kellen Moore needs to develop plays that immediately has them the wide receivers open. For instance, Michi said it last show. We don't know. None of us know how is it that you can go down the field on the 2-minute drill so fast, but you can't call those same plays the first and second quarter. Now we come out on the third quarter, first play of the game, and you bust one. You bust it, but you can't do that the whole first half. I don't understand it.
Y'all saw me? Y'all saw me in the house?
Yeah, I see you.
Y'all talking about the game. My bad. My bad, y'all. Y'all talking about the game. My bad.
Yeah. He got the bus.
Hey, Beth, you want to weigh in? You want to weigh in at all this?
He was correct in what he said. I don't know. That's the thing. Like, I don't know if he's not seeing things quickly, or they're just doing them long Madden plays. I don't know what's going on with these. Y'all got too many weapons for him not to be able to not even think about running. And that's the one thing. Like, when you pay a quarterback $250 million, I'm not having my quarterback running out there when I got 2 All-Pros. The one was out, but you still got a tight end. You still got A.J. Brown. You still got weapons. And I feel like, I don't know, he is confused. I don't like your offensive coordinator because he came from Dallas. And I know what he did over there, and he constantly kept moving from team to team. So I don't know. I think it's the play design. It might be the play design. Because there's no way. Hey, it's not his fault.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, it must be the play design. I don't know what it is, but you're right. Because in the first half, I got pissed because we drove on y'all and then fumbled. We could have scored. And then we're sitting here. We should be up at least 14-3 or 14-7. And the one thing I respect about the Eagles is you can't give them opportunities. You can't keep giving them opportunities. I want Saquon to stay on the sideline. You know what I mean? Like, get up on there. But once we started doing that dumb stuff, and then he broke them runs, I was like, you know what? I was ready to call Aaron Donald.
That being said, that first drive that y'all fumbled was y'all was pretty much locked in the score, either a touchdown or a field goal. But I'm looking at that was almost guaranteed to be a touchdown. So the next question is, what defensive adjustments did y'all see in the second half that contributed to the win? I think I seen a lot. One thing I did like, and I mentioned this before, is with Michael Parsons. Dallas uses Michael Parsons all over the field. And what I noticed in the second half, they were switching Brandon Graham from side to side. So that's going to help. You have a right tackle who's at practice all week, practicing to defend against Brandon Graham. Then all of a sudden the left tackle looks up and Brandon Graham is standing in front of him. Right? What do I do? So, and I think it was after the sack. I think he got a tackle for loss, or he got another sack right after he lined up on the other side. So I like how they mixed up the front line. I definitely loved how they was dialing those blitzes. I think Nakobe Dean's did that blitz come in the first half or the second half? That sack, if I remember.
I want to say it's the second.
I think it was the second half.
So I definitely love how they dialed in the blitzes, which that was part of one of my other questions. Definitely love how they dialed in the blitzes and how the line got more penetration in the second half than they did first half. It seemed like we couldn't stop anything at all in the first half. But the second half, like I keep saying, we come out flat on both sides of the ball in the first half. But in the second half, we came through. So I'm going to go with Sal, Duke, Meach, and TJ.
As far as the defensive adjustments they made, like you said, that first, I was a little worried. I ain't gonna lie to you. That first series of the ball game, Rams just ran it down the field. And I was like, hold on. I mean, is this what we doing? And then of course we got that fumble. and that changed the whole dynamic of the game to me. Once that happened, I think they made some adjustments on the defense. We start getting the Matt Stafford a little bit more, start getting him frustrated in the back like gnats in his face. They start switching people around. Jalen Carter, everybody start getting penetration. Pause on the penetration. We start getting
It's crazy. It's
we
crazy.
start getting that penetration in there, and it just started flustering. We start closing the pocket around Matt Stafford, and that's why he took 5 sacks. What you got? That's all I got.
So I'm with Sal. You know what I'm saying? Now I just want to let y'all know, man. I said it the last show. I said Vic Fangio has to dial up good blitz packages. I said it the last show. When the Kobe Dean got in there, then Brandon Graham was coming on the outside. They started working. Now also, again, like I said, I'm like Sally. When they came down to red that ball the first time and they fumbled, I was like, okay, cool. Woo. They fumbled, bet. They came down and ran down again. I got a touchdown. Hey, when they got that touchdown, I was standing outside the corner store eating that banana light. No, I don't like this shit. I don't like this at all. You know what I mean? But yeah, so like I said, when it's all said and done, it worked. But them blitz packages that came up, and it's sad. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to BG. We taking the L for the rest of the season. It's tough, man. Speedy recovery, man. BG, we love you. But yeah, so it was those blitz packages, man. Those blitz packages helped tremendously, and I feel like once Vic started doing that, that's when everything started to change. Go ahead, Meach.
Hey, so I'm gonna say, man, first and foremost, I'm gonna still hold it true to my pick, last guy for the most important coach, and that was Clint Hurd of that line, the line. He held it down. He made the changes like Gotti said, man, was switching from side to side. The edge rushers. Now that BG is out, that sorry piece of crap. Bryce Huff is out. He can't play to the middle of December. We got to bring in Jalen Hurts. I'm feeling that's the guy they're gonna come in there and get that pass rushing on the edge. But you got to look at this. You got to look at this too, man. We have held for 7 consecutive weeks, we held all the opponents to under 300 yards. That hasn't been done before, right? That hasn't been done. That's the record, right? We're also second in the NFL. That defense is also second in the NFL, which gives our offense this, the second ranked stack of time of possession, which has been killing everybody. We average in 32 minutes and 38 seconds a game time of possession. I don't know whose phone is that. Yeah, but 32 minutes and 38 seconds time of possession, that is contributing to the overall success. Mind you, on top of that, we have the number 1 defense in the entire NFL. On all types of efficiencies and statistical analysis, we have the number 1 defense. Vic is doing his thing. His staff is doing the thing, man, and everything is in there making the adjustments. The beginning of a game, this is my opinion. I've never been in an NFL, but the beginning of a game, that's coaching. The end of the game, that's your players. You know what I mean? The beginning of the game is the coaching schemes and all this stuff that plays. You figure out what's working and what's not working. But then the ass end of the game, that's when the players, that's when the on-field, the commanders and all that stuff, they kick in and they start to take over. That's how I feel about it. And that's what we've been getting good at.
Yeah. I mean, I think everybody said everything that needed to be said. I think they just got to Stratford. They flustered him, and shout out to BG because no disrespect, I kind of forgot about him. Like, we spent so much time talking about the secondary. We spent so much time talking about Jalen Carter that, BG was the old captain out there, old captain of the guard that, it's like, oh, he's just out there. But he had a phenomenal night.
Indeed.
He just had a phenomenal night. And to go out like that, it's sad, but wishing him a speedy recovery. But that whole defense came out in the second half, and it's like they had something to prove. Even CJ Gardner-Johnson got in, got a good spot.
Action. Got an action. Got a little
You
bit
know
of
what I'm
action.
saying? Everybody's had something to prove, and I was happy for him. I was happy for us. That was what's up.
Yeah, one of the things I did notice besides that shift with Brandon Graham was when they motioned, instead of having that linebacker, follow the motion guy and try to fight through all that traffic of the other linebacker, the safety that's out there.
They switch, yep.
CJ stopped him and he picked him up. So there's a couple of plays that a few teams use throughout the league, and Kansas City killed us with it in the Super Bowl, is when they have that motion man come and the linebacker who's guarding him, he gets caught up behind the line. So he goes out to that flat and catches the ball. So by CJ picking him up, that reduces the traffic that linebacker has to go through, and the defender is already there. So that's another observation I made on the defense yesterday in the second half. You got anything in the way, Invest?
I know y'all was talking about y'all defense, but I'll just tell you the truth. We had a double team Carter, which means we got double team Carter. Like when we had Donald, people had to put 2-3 people on him. Everybody else gonna eat. Everybody else gonna eat. And the problem was we didn't get the ball out quick enough, knowing that, because we had to go against that same kind of guy in practice. Our biggest problem, I'll tell us our biggest problem is we don't have a threat of a tight end. And that's not gonna. If you don't have a threat of a tight end, the Eagles just did exactly what you said: switch your guy around, blitz. I think if y'all would have blitzed more in the first half, you would have got us earlier. But I just don't know why y'all didn't. I'm happy you didn't, because the score would have been worse. But it's just we had no adjustments on the offensive line. We didn't bring an extra tight end for blocking. It just started spiraling down, and then we just stopped running the damn ball, which I just don't understand. We had one of the best running backs in the freaking league, and we're not giving him the ball. And that's the thing. We're not even keeping the Eagles' defense honest. Like, we're passing every time because we're not giving him the ball.
Right. Yep.
but
Red
Stafford
Jet
is
said,
accurate though.
So like Red
For the most part.
Jet said, Stafford was poised until he wasn't. So that kind of goes into what Beth said. He was poised in the first half because we wasn't dialing those blitzes. We wasn't switching that defensive line around. But when we did in the second half, that's when he lost his poise. You got Brandon Graham. You don't know where he's coming from.
Mm-hmm.
We got that blitz coming up the middle, round the side from Dean. You don't know where that's coming from. Your guys can't pick it up. You get tired of getting cleaned up off your back, and that plays a mental part into your gameplay.
You know what that mean?
What that mean?
1 + 1 = 2, and I'm gonna tell you, man, that Joker came on here. He came on here talking real fast in the beginning, talking about some Hurts and this. That all he's saying is that means to me is Hurts is better than Stafford.
He's not.
Okay.
Okay.
Here we go.
He's not.
Here we go. Our quarterback adjusted. Our quarterback was able to adjust to the different pressures that he was being presented with.
And that's cool because he can run, and I get that. But I'm gonna tell you this right now: you love your quarterback. I love my quarterback. But the fact is, I know what we talked about earlier in the show about being able to look down and get the ball out quick. So I'll put it to you like this: if our line was able to block and do what they were supposed to do, Stafford would have got y'all a little bit. He would have got you a little bit more. But like I said, it is sure would have, could have. But there's nobody. I hate to say this, and you might not agree. Nobody's gonna pick Hurts over Stafford. They're not. They're not.
You mean right
They're
now,
not.
or the
They're
you
not.
you
They
when you
are
say
not.
when you
I'm willing
see,
to- I'm a
you,
bet-
you don't
I'm a-
believe? I'm gonna tell
bet-
no, you might have a point. You might have a point, but I'm gonna tell you.
I'm just telling you, they wouldn't.
I'm gonna tell you right now, Stafford don't believe that. Matthew Stafford will pick Hurts over himself.
I seen Stafford win on the big stage. So until Hurts do that, I'm picking Stafford.
Okay. Now look at this though. How long Stafford been in the league?
He's been in the league a long time, and he's in the depths of hell, and we all know that.
And how long Jalen been in the league?
Say it again.
4, 5.
How long they been? Look at the difference between how long they've been in the league.
And okay, so we're gonna sit here and ignore that Jalen came into a way better situation than Stafford did, didn't he?
No, that's not what we're ignoring.
We're not ignoring that.
So you can't sit here and say about, well, Stafford's been in the league this long. He was at the Detroit Lions.
Hey, look,
Detroit
Stafford got two receivers. Looks like Jalen got 2 receivers. He got Cooper Kupp and he got Nakua. So what's the problem then?
And he got a young defense, and you got a nice ass defense. Let's just call it for what it is.
Let's call it for what it is.
You can't call it for what it is, but what I'm trying to tell you is Jalen Hurts has always had a great team. He's always had a great team. Y'all draft well. You made some moves. I'm sure Donovan McNabb wants to bomb all y'all.
That's Jalen's fault. That's Jalen's fault.
But it's nobody is picking Jalen over Stafford, bro.
Okay, So the Rams, so Matt Stafford with the Rams don't have a great team.
We have a nice
You
team.
don't have a great team, huh?
I don't say we have a great team. We have a nice team. We have a great team. I'm
Does
being
Matt
honest about my
Stafford
team.
does he have
I'm not saying-
weapons?
Yeah, he has Puka. He has.
That's all I got to say.
And he has.
He got weapons just like we got weapons, right?
And what made the difference last night?
The utilization of the
hold on,
weapons.
The score
No,
makes a difference.
Hold on, let's be for real. What made the difference last night?
The utilization of the weapons.
The
Your
crappy
defense.
defense.
The defense.
The
crappy
utilization
defense
of the
presented by
weapons.
the Rams. The crappy defense, along with the subpar quarterback, that's Matt Stafford. He was not up to par with Jalen Hurts. That was the difference maker in last night. Jalen Hurts was able.
Subpar quarterback. Well, that's okay because guess what? Everything that you're saying about your quarterback says my subpar quarterback. You know, it's not there. I expect to see y'all go very far in the playoffs.
Hey, I know one thing. We gonna go farther than y'all.
Hey, what is so funny?
You definitely
so
said
funny?
yourself.
I heard that.
Next question, man. Next question.
Yeah.
All right. So we're going back
I
to
don't want to
offense.
come out of character.
Hey,
All right, we're gonna head back to the offensive side. So, how diverse was the run and pass plays? We already know that the run play was phenomenal. Well, we only a few touches in 70 yards, so you don't have a lot of chance to develop a plan when you're scoring on the first run. But
Yeah.
do you think that the run in the past was mixed up? Do you think we should have had more RPOs to get more passing involved? The running game was great, but do you think we should have used the effectiveness of the running game to incorporate more passes, or do you think it was balanced? Do you think the play calling was perfect? Do you think it'd been better? What would you have changed? We'll go with Sal, Meach, TJ, and Duke.
Well, I would say now we ran at total. It was 22 pass plays, 22 passes, and 43 run plays. Now I would say some of those run plays were probably supposed to be pass plays, but Jalen didn't find anybody open, so he ran the ball. So to me, it was a mix of both. It was even on both sides. Now, of course, if we got Saquon Barkley, what we supposed to do? We supposed to run the dang ball. Run the dang ball. And that's what we did. We ran the ball because we seen him busting through that D-line of the sorry-ass Rams. He ran through that D-line, and he just took it to the house. So why not keep feeding that beast the ball? If it's working, why deviate? So even though it was a mix of both, hey, we did what we had to do. But I mean, at the end of the day, it was a balance between both run and pass. But if the run is doing the job, why stop it?
Meach.
Sounds good, man. I believe the diversity was there. We brought him in for a reason. The same reason why Baltimore brought in, that guy. Jacobs was brought to the Packers. If you're gonna bring in those assets and not run them, we're gonna be in the same situation where we were last year, when every game we said run the ball, run the ball, run the ball, run the ball. We had Swift on there, who was actually a pretty good runner. We just never used him. You know what I mean? He went up to Chicago. He started doing his thing. So I believe it's great. Like Jimmy Johnson said when he was down there coaching the greatest team of all, the Miami Hurricanes, you want to keep us out of the end zone. You want us to stop celebrating and dancing, keep us out of the end zone. So you want us to stop running the ball, stop the run. They're still able to pass the ball and do all of this, but you do was making that money for you. You do was making the money. Until they stop the run, then I'm gonna say feed them every time. Just don't get them hurt.
Yeah.
TJ.
I agree. I thought we passed the ball enough. My dad texted me during the game, fussing. Why he running the ball? I was like, if AJ is catching, it's okay. Now, if AJ was dropping the passes, then I'll be fussing too. But he's catching the passes. He's getting the first down. All right, calm down. Because when Saquon runs or when Gainwell runs, they do what they need to do. Thought it was a good mixture.
Yeah.
Tell Mr. Sherman to calm down.
Yeah, me too. I looked at it like this. Like, look, if you got Saquon out there and he's running 7 yards a pop, and the pass plays are few far in between, but when they do happen to happen, but the run plays are still working. Hey, guess what? Don't take the pot off the stove. Okay, the grease is popping. Don't take it off, because when you take it off, it's gonna get thick. No, we need it. Hey, you need that hot grease. Leave it on the stove. Keep running it. Keep running the ball. Ain't no reason to stop. You know what I'm saying? Again, I mean, I think we could add some more pass plays? Yeah, but like Sal said, hey, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Just keep running the ball. Because
did y'all see the post game?
What post?
Did y'all see the post game interview when AJ Brown said that Saquon Barkley is taking, you know what I mean, plays away from the wide receivers?
Yeah.
But he said, what did he say? He said that's a good problem to have.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good problem to have when you have a running game that's so efficient. And give credit to that line, that O-line, like they said in the beginning, man. The O-line is creating those big gaps for him to run through. His total dominance on the offensive line, man, in their parts. But they keep feeding him the ball. Don't stop what's working.
So the line definitely deserves credit because not only was Saquon getting yards, but Gainwell was racking on the yards too. So it wasn't just a Saquon thing; it was the offensive line thing, the play calling thing, total team concept. So with that being said, we're gonna get ready to close this thing out. We won't keep y'all too long. I want y'all to get ready for this Monday night showdown. Any closing statements? Anything you guys like to add? Anything? Who got the comments?
So I do got a couple of things. Shout out to two more subscribers we got. We got Batty, no last name, just Batty. Thank you for subscribing, and Rock the Artist. Thank you for subscribing as well. Appreciate y'all, man. Trying to get to that 500 mark. Really do appreciate it. Vest, thanks for coming on, bro. Hey, I'm glad it ain't run, man. I'm glad you ain't run. We appreciate you.
I don't run from nobody. And somebody said Miami Hurricanes. Who said that?
Come on now.
Major.
Duval.
I'm a Hurricane fan.
Oh, you a Hurricane? Okay. Because I'm about to tell you. I'm about to tell you something. Hey, you think we talking about these Eagles right now? Hey, I get the stripping. What we not gonna do is talk about the greatest organization ever assembled. That's what we not gonna do.
Come on, man. You see that right there?
That's what we not gonna do. We're not gonna talk about Coral Gables because I'm gonna tell you that 2001 Miami Hurricanes is the greatest team ever assembled in college football.
Hey, Meech, do we get a pass? Meech, he get a pass?
Meech, hey, Meech, check this out.
He get a little bit.
Hey, check this out.
and we got screwed in 2003 with that bogus pass interference.
Oh boy!
Yeah,
check this out.
Oh my God.
Check this out, Meech. Hey, we want to thank everybody for tuning in tonight. It's been a great discussion. Be sure to tune in next week, next Saturday, 10 o'clock. We do our pregame show for the Eagles versus the Ravens. So thank y'all for coming out. God bless you. Good night.
Fellow on the beat.